been reinforced with plate steel from the front of the horns all the way back to the rear box.
Was that because of damage or rust or anything?
That was to improve the stiffness of the frame for racing.
So that's purely racing.
That's purely racing. The outriggers were replaced, not replaced, but also strengthened on this part, front and on the back, and also both rears have been straightened. The center of the X is perfect. There's no issues with it at all. It has a 4-2 rear, ring and pinion with a phantom grip. The shocks are made from, the shocks are basically stock, but they were redone for competition by Worldwide. There's special competition springs. This side is lowered more than the driver's side because with the weight of the driver, it changes the height of the car. It's got a special oil cooler with a special box. The front frame has been gusseted and welded. These are welded plates over the original box tubing, and they've been rosette welded, and it's been increased. The strength of the shock towers have been increased with a 1-inch square tubing. They're Dennis Welch spindles, which are his heavy-duty competition spindles, all new A-arms, all new spring purchase. There's a 1-inch sway bar, Nylotron bushings. It's got.
You mentioned the floors now.
The floors are original.
Original asbestos.
The floors were covered with asbestos because of the heat.
Correct.
And we also put a ceramic coating called lizard skin, which are used on dragsters and came from the space industry. It's a ceramic coating, water soluble. You brush it on or spray it on, and then when it dries and it gets hot, it hardens and it cuts down the heat tremendously. It's got all brand new copper, tin copper, nickel copper brake lines completely. It has a dual master cylinder with a tilt and clutch with a balance bar that's balanced with an adjuster on the tunnel. It is a Winston Cup style brake assembly, a pedal, floor pedal assembly.
You mentioned the rear drums. Tell me about
the
those
rear
again.
drums are special Dennis Welch rear drums that have been cast with openings in them. The brakes on the car are a special material. The material is used in the United States for container ships throughout the world. For the cranes, it's the braking system. It's almost like a, it's not fiberglass, but it's a special braking material, brake pad material with bronze in it and all kinds of stuff. And it works when it's submersed in oil. So that's why if you have any brake leak or axle leaking problems, you won't lose brake failure.